In June 2019, polar explorer Robert Swan led a group of 86 people from 27 nations on expedition to the Arctic. Novatus sponsored Alden Gregory, a science teacher in Maine, near one of our wind farms, to join me, Lindsay Brace Martinez, to go to the Arctic to see the effects of climate change firsthand.
We're now actually at 80 degrees north, only 600 nautical miles from the North Pole itself. We're seeing climate change all around us, the evidence of it. So your business and your company is all about solutions to that problem.
I'm so incredibly proud to work for Novatus Energy. We're in wind and solar power, and that is really front and center in terms of where the energy transition is going. Being here has exposed me to so much learning about climate science, the facts around climate science. And I think all of those things can help us and our company integrate what's really important, that I can pass those things along to people on the management team and the rest of the employees.
My name is Alden Gregory. I'm from Abbott, Maine, which is a tiny little town with 6,000 people in it, and I teach 10 and 11-year-olds.
My experience has been amazing here in the Arctic. I never would have had a chance to come here without Novatus Energy. I'm here because a purely intellectual reason. The science shows that climate change is an issue, and I want to be a part of the solution. One of my goals from learning from these people, I've met people from all over the world, and all of those people kind of share their unique challenges that their area is facing, and I want to bring that back to my students, so my students can start to feel more like they're part of the global community.
People throw out dates like 2050, 2070. At that point, my 10-year-olds who I'm going back to teach are going to be the engineers, the scientists who are helping to solve these problems. So as an educator, I think it's my job to inspire these kids with the beauty of what I'm seeing to make sure that it lasts. Being a Mainer in a little tiny town, I just don't have the exposure to the type of people that I've met here. There are people from all over the world. It feels like every day I'm meeting someone and having some sort of a deep conversation. And one of the things I've learned is that it's not just people from business. There's people from all walks of life that you would never expect. A wildlife photographer here, I've met a baker. There's just all these different people who I can now connect with.
Another thing that I think I can bring back and share with kids is that you don't have to be a climate change person to be effective in climate change. You can do all sorts of things. I've met other people doing things just in their own way to help the planet, and then I can inspire kids to do whatever they love and then have a little piece of climate change as a part of that.
We're truly building a global community. I really feel that way. And the only way we're gonna solve a problem as big as climate change is to work together as humanity, not as one country or another country or all of that. And you really get that feeling here that it's possible. It's all about perspective, and you get a lot of it in a way that you never would sitting in a small town in Maine. And I just hope I can bring that back and expand upon it. I love that Novatus has been kind of willing, because not all businesses are, to reach out into their community, and they care about different perspectives about what people have to say.
I'm just wondering if you have any advice for us as we think about how best to productively engage with communities and other stakeholders that might be important for us to be working with.
First step, you're doing a great job of. You need good leaders who are open to and want to know about what the communities have to say. And from being here with you, Lindsay, for the last 11 days, the thing I admire most about you is that you're interested in that. You want to know everybody's perspective and find solutions that work for everybody. The second thing, educating the children in the communities and educating the adults in the communities. And I think a way to do that is to engage with educators, myself, and hopefully others from around the area, because the more we engage with them, the more the word's going to get out about, that you're willing to connect with communities and get to know them.
The most sustainable people in any community are teachers, because Alden's going to be on this expedition, and then over the next few years he's going to connect with other teachers who've been on our expedition. He'll be connecting with the guys and girls all over the world through his classroom, using technology, speaking to people in the middle of the forest in Tanzania. It's going to be great for your students, and your students are going to know that that came through your support.
So as the chairman of the board and the leader of Novatus, I thought it was really important that I commit to being part of this expedition. because here we're getting lots of learnings about climate science. We're interacting with not only leaders in the energy industry, but also across the globe and across sectors. And we need to learn from experts in the field about climate science, but we also need to embrace new technologies and new ways of doing things.
How important is it as a skill and as a leader to not do everything by yourself, to need your classmates or your teammates or someone who's different than you to help you find the success that you're looking for?
Well, Alden, it's very clear. Yes, I am the first person in history to walk to both poles. I've even got a line in the Guinness Book of Records. But that line is not mine. It's the line of a team. And I choose people who are really, really, really different than me.
Some of it is about not always the content of what you want to do, but it's who you're working with and how they inspire you, which I think is part of why we're all here with Rob's inspiration.
I believe that anything is truly possible if you hold on to that dream and don't let it go. You can't do things always on your own. So I had to get a team, pull it together, took a long time, but I made it happen. You can do it.
In your view, what are some of the big opportunities out there that need funds and need capital behind them, and that you think are really growing, exciting businesses?
I think the biggest opportunities are that people know there's a problem on our planet now. They were a bit iffy as to whether was climate change happening, what was happening, but people now know it's for sure. So people want to invest their money primarily to get a good return, as you know, but at the same time they are now pretty damn keen and determined to make sure that that investment in any way at all tries to do the right thing for our world. That is a demand that's just really come on tap in the last couple of years or so, and I think you can build on that.
We all worked hard together to think about how to make our company unique and to change the narrative a bit on infrastructure companies and to create a culture that attracted people that could really spend a long, happy, viable career at our firm. And so I think that what we're trying to do is create a culture that's adaptable, nimble, and really focused on looking ahead into the future and thinking about how we can both have an impact on the future of a clean economy, but also provide viable and exciting careers for people.
Novatus seeks to be at the forefront of innovation and clean power generation. In order to do that, we focus on actively engaging with others inside and outside the renewable space to create positive impact. That passion for forward-thinking solutions guides our mission to produce clean, reliable, renewable energy in a safe manner, and in the process, deliver sustainable returns to our investors.